And back on White Mountains today with Mr. Doug Garland from Bear Notch Ski Touring. Good morning, Doug.
Good morning. Nice to be back.
Glad to have you back. I've been talking about the cross country all morning long.
Yep.
I've had reports coming in, and you laughed when I told you, best cross country conditions, and I'm not even kidding you on this. The guy said, in his life.
Yeah. And
I was like, wow.
That's pretty impressive. It is the best of the season by far, though, without a doubt. With the quality of the snow we just got, we didn't get any rain afterwards, so we got a nice 5.5 inches of snow up there, and it was all like a sugar powder mix. We did have to adhere it to the ice. In the stick, and because we had icy spots at that point.
You're out there with glue on every single granule.
No, we had to be quite careful. Basically, we
does.
just packed it down with the machines,
right?
And you couldn't groom it heavy the first day because it would slide off. But after that, it adhered. It's grooming out so nice. It's a nice powder sugar mix. It's just a sweet ski.
That's awesome. So for the conditions we had, this was probably the best type of snow we could have gotten.
Yes.
To make the conditions what they are right now.
Yes, the fluffy powder would have been probably counterproductive, unproductive, you know, because it would have swept right off. Right. This coming down as a nice dense sugar snow, it gave it the ability, and it had a high moisture content to it. So, but it never turned over to rain, so that was the good news.
Wow, and you guys all season long, because we've talked about what a trying season it was for cross country, is the lack of snow, the rain, all this stuff. Your staff has been shoveling snow onto the trails. You guys have done the work to take advantage of what you had, and now we got the snow, which is fantastic.
It just has smoothed out everything so good. And all the shoveling we did before, and we're glad we jumped on it early, because once you get rid of those trouble spots, they go away. So this little bit of snow, instead of having to work for a trouble spot, you already had that taken care of. So this is more or less the icing on the cake. You know, it just smoothed out everything, and it's just grooming out fantastic.
What would be your trail picks of the day, say for our beginner today?
Obviously, I go down to the Scenic and Simple down there. Both the upper and the lower river frontage are open, and they're both, other than going over a set of railroad tracks or something, they're the most scenic. You don't see a house or anything. You get out to the Saco River, and you basically can do it as a first timer without any lesson. But we obviously recommend lessons too.
Right. And what are your lessons? How are they set up?
You get into a learn to ski package, basically for about $50 for the first person. You enter into a group, it's $40 for each other person. Includes your lesson, your day pass, and your equipment. You know, and then you go out there, it's usually roughly an hour lesson, maybe an hour and 15. That gets you on your feet the right way, so you get going on it. And that is important, you know, so if you don't pick up bad habits, you don't have to get rid of them.
Right.
You know, so it's better.
Retrain is
but
a
you
lot
certainly
harder.
could go out without a lesson on most of this terrain down to the Scenic and Simple.
Yeah, but I think it does add what you mentioned about you don't want to develop bad habits, but it does add a certain level of enjoyment when you actually get cross country, because it is. Yeah, it's efficiency, but it's also knowing where to put your weight and when to step, and you can actually get going, because some people that you see them and they're going like this the whole time. Yeah, so it's nice to be able to actually
get the kick and the glide, and it's more than anything. It's not a real complicated sport, but it's a lot like everything else. As soon as you get the confidence level, it changes everything.
Yeah, we're looking at some beautiful photos of your property over there in Bartlett, and tell me about the sort of the terrain that you guys cover.
Well, right now we've got abilities for all levels. So we got the Scenic and Simple that everybody loves that. Doesn't matter what ability level you're at, it's just so scenic, you gotta love it. But then you've got your advanced beginner to intermediate trails, and that network has probably the best snow coverage. 2, 5, 19 up by the waterfalls. It's great for skaters because it has a gentle climb to it, but you come down looking like a hero. And then you've got this
I almost
village
never
loop.
Look like a hero.
But then you got the village loop that runs around for the more advanced skiers. People are looking for I wouldn't even call it a thrill seeker anymore, but it's just a real fun trail. You can set your own pace. You can go as fast as you want. It's up and down hills, rolls around. It's just ideal cross-country terrain. And that particular loop ends up bringing you back up the Scenic and Simple. So you get a little of everything out of that one.
All right, good. And for the folks that have smaller kids, is it still possible to take the polks out?
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay, great. So I want to say no excuses, but you now have an opportunity to get out there with your kids. And what I used to do when my kids were small, you put them in there, give them a little snack, you zip them up 5 minutes flat, snoozing.
Yep, and they're having a good time, and you are too.
And it really is great for them to get some fresh air, great for you to get some fresh air and do something different. Today, really is a beautiful day for it. I mean, forecast not looking good a couple days out. So now,
well, actually, we're going to go through the whole gauntlet again.
Right.
You know, we're going to have really nice winter conditions yesterday. We have really nice winter conditions today. We're going to head towards spring conditions on Monday. Tuesday, we're going to be there. Wednesday, we're going to be out there having barbecues and having a great time. You know, you just got to go with the punches. It's going to be excellent skiing every day.
Good.
And, you know, certainly, it says bend the bird and hands worth two in the bush by far. So yeah, you want to get out there and get it while you can.
And also,
we got sales going on now.
Yeah, I was just going to say, bird in the hand, you guys got to get over to Bear Notch today because you guys are having incredible sales.
Oh yeah, we're doing our next year's passes. You can ski the rest of this year and get all of next year in. And we don't know how long this year is going to be. Right. We know we got at least 4 or 5 more days.
But this
for
is
$150. Yeah, $150 you can ski all the rest of this year and next year also. That's for the adults, and then we have a seniors pass. It's a little bit more discounted than that.
And then
but then we're running equipment, and then kids. Well, the kids thing is 16 under ski free. So
that's awesome.
You know, it's pretty much. How much better does it get than that?
They do have to bring a picture.
Yes, we want a 1-by-1 picture. You could just sign up for the pass this year, and we'll comp out your tickets until I haven't even made the passes, so I can do that when I get home. But no, it's mostly if you sign up, you get comped out the rest this year, and then you get next year's season pass to go with it.
Great.
And then for our Bear Notch believers, it's a little bit more economical because they already have a season pass, so they don't need to ski the rest of this year.
But it's the lowest rate.
Yes.
All right, so we got to get over there pass. But if you're lacking gear, you guys have scored on that as well.
Yeah, you know, a bad winter for us, sometimes a good winter for other people. We didn't sell as much equipment as I ordered big time. And so I have a fair amount of new equipment that I'm going to be putting on sale, anywhere from 25 to 40% off. That's awesome. And if you get the 40% off is running on maybe last year's new stock, and it's more limited. But if you have the right size foot or you're looking for the right size ski, that's a heck of a deal. You know, so yes, get up there, get your pass, get your equipment, get your lesson, get going.
There you go. And it is new and used stuff. Kids and adults gear are all for sale.
Skate, classic, the whole thing.
Okay, and they just go in as they turn in. The house on the right is going to be where you're going to find your rentals. But if you want to just go skiing and you have you want to pick up your pass, you're going to go behind the red building.
Yeah, and pick up on the red building today.
And then are we doing soups and breads today?
Oh, of course, soups and breads. Bread's out at 12 and 1.
I've been talking, I'm coming down to see you today, and today is going to be the day.
Oh, good.
I'm bringing my 2 kids down. We're going to go have some soup and bread at noon. We're going to go skiing and probably do the scenic and simple Saco and also check out the deals because I'm interested in getting my littlest one in on some skate skis.
Yep, well, that's good news.
There you are. We'll see in just a few moments. All right, Doug, did we get everything out?
I think we got just about everything today.
So grooming out on Upper and Lower Saco River, Upper Meadow, Lower Fields, Waterfall Trail, Albany Brook Trail Network, and the Village Loop.
Yep.
And again, you received over 5.5 inches of that dense sugar snow in Bartlett.
And this is really high quality skiing we're talking about. You know, a lot of people are still doing a lot of our backcountry. I don't advertise that so much because if you want to have a good time and go do it, fine, but it's variable. Yes, right. We're talking about what's groomed and in really good shape. All
right, wonderful. Doug, always a pleasure to see you. Folks, you can check out Bear Notch in Bartlett in person is what we're hoping. You can also check it out online at bearnotchskitouring.com, and it's a short 3.7 miles.
You've got it, yes.
It's only taken 10 years. All right, 3.7 miles west of Attitash.
That's right.
So it's going to be on your left as you head that way. All right, we'll be back with more here on White Mountains Say, including more Watch and Win, so don't go away.